everyone. Good evening, Swifties. My name's Shelly Hall. I have the honor of teaching business law and ethics to the next generation of leaders in business and law here at North Central College. I also have been working in the world of law and business for the past 20 years, which is why my song is from the early 2000s. And why I have a minor confession to make. I did not fall in love with Taylor Swift until last year. And that happened when I took my preteen daughter and a car full of girls to go to the Eras Tour movie. I got my popcorn, I sat back, I got ready to be lulled by love songs that don't apply to me because I've been married for 20 years and it's just, who's doing the dishes? And then the song, The Man, came on. And I wanted to jump out of my seat and profess my love for Taylor Swift like everyone else in the theater. So why did the song, The Man, make me love Taylor? The song so aptly depicts the tension of success and gender in business in the world that I have seen for the last 20 years. Tonight, we're gonna dive into that tension, but we're gonna have a happy ending. Just like the song Love Story, I'll ask you to just say yes to making a difference in the next generation of business. 80%, 86%, unlike everyone else, I am old and boring. I don't have fun pictures of Taylor Swift. I want you to focus on the numbers here. They'd say I'd hustle, put in the work. They wouldn't shake their heads and question how much I deserve. The Pew Research Center released an analysis of 20 years of pay for women, and these are the percentages as of 2022. Women earn 80 to 86% on the dollar for men. The good news is that during the Taylor Swift era, so to speak, from the 80s to when she released her first album in the 2000s, we did have a good bump. We were looking at 65 cents to 74 cents on the dollar in the 80s, and we bumped up to 80 cents and 86 cents in the 2000s. However, since then, the numbers haven't changed very much. Over the last 10 years, they've virtually stalled. And last year, there was a study that showed that even in jobs that are predominantly held by women, that women still only earn 84 cents on the dollar. So that brings me to the question, is this a catchy song lyric, or is this an ethical conundrum? I'd be a fearless leader. I'd be an alpha type when everyone believes ya. What's that like? 83% is the number I want you to see on this side. Often, the gap in pay is explained by looking at the choices that women make, saying that they didn't pursue an advancement opportunity, that they stepped back for one reason or another. However, Bloomberg released a study last year that showed that even in later in career, even women with MBAs, high-income potential women, they're earning only 83% of what their men in similar positions earn. Even when flashing MBAs, they aren't earning the dollars. All right. There is some good news in my stats. I'm not all gloom and doom. I am a lawyer, so I'm a wet blanket, but the facts are facts. But 75% is actually a great number for us. Over the last few years, there's been a rise in the number of women in the workplace. 75%, Bloomberg reported, that was the percentage of working mothers over the last couple of years. Why? Because COVID and the pandemic required employers to provide remote working opportunities. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. Remote work gives the opportunity for women to at least run in one place for the day. However, in the last year, there's been a push for a return to office, and if you take my business law and ethics class, it depends on which ethical framework you're coming from, whether that's right or wrong. The facts are the facts. The point is, there's a concern that even this good stat will go down with a return to office and the lack of remote work. 6%. If I was out flashing my dollars, I'd be a word I can't say, not a baller. They'd paint me out to be bad, so it's okay, I'm mad. We have companies that want to do things differently. They're called gender equity leaders. There are 6% of workplaces with that designation. In those workplaces, women feel supported, safe, productive, and encouraged. With such a small stat, women have had to look elsewhere for their support. Luckily, over the last 10 years, there have been a lot of thought leaders in the space of women in business. From lean in to lean out, unfinished business, pay up, there are authors, thought leaders that are helping women understand different perspectives of success for themselves. In my personal journey, I was supported in the corporate world by a leader who helped me see my own strengths and my working style. Through that thought leader, I developed the philosophy that I'm just going to keep rowing. Each day, I keep my oar in the water, and I try to pull folks into my boat at the right time that are going to help me get the right stroke. When I face challenges that make me wish I was the man, I focus on continuing to row rather than step away from the workplace. 29%. This is another good stat. What the numbers and my own personal journey has shown me is that the working world needs leaders to help women show up being themselves and unapologetically so, and get them paid. McKinsey released a study showing that 29% of C-suite leaders were women. Though we need women, champions for women of all gender and identities, the thought is that women in leadership means more support for other women. McKinsey also found a strong pipeline. It's a good start, but you see the decline and women taking their oars out of the water for other opportunities. We can't deny the tension that made the song "The Man" so powerful. It's a song that Taylor Swift seemed to pull directly out of my working soul and sung directly to me in the Eras movie, amidst the chaos. I love her now. I listen to all of her other songs besides the country ones, which makes my daughter very happy and my son not so much. But in the world of business or law, we need to stand tall like Taylor Swift, maybe with better posture, and unapologetically ask for what we want to be successful: more pay, more opportunity, more respect. So I'm going to ask you and the next generation to say yes to rowing with me. Let's make the world of business a love story for the next generation. And if you're looking for a class to take at 8 a.m. next semester, business, law, and ethics is the way to go.